I wasn't planning on making a video about my wide format printer. I went to print something this morning and this happened. So obviously that's not how my printer is supposed to sound when it's printing something. A little backstory on this printer. It's pretty much a local college find. I got this printer 3 or 4 years ago, I think, and it was already pretty old at that time. It's an HP DesignJet Z3100PS GP Photo. It's a 24-inch wide printer. It can print 24 inches by 66 inches, so you can print a lot of big stuff with it. It's a real nice printer. Got it for about 300 bucks. At the time, it had been sitting in a storeroom for a couple of years, and the print heads were all clogged. This thing was a mess. It took me about 6 months and about $700 to get it working again. Now, the way the printer works, the printer has 12 ink cartridges, and those usually run about 70 bucks a piece. But I did some research and was able to find refillable ink cartridges for this thing, and since I've had it, I've refilled them once, and that was just a couple months ago. So I've printed a lot of stuff. As you can see, pretty much my whole wall here is printed with stuff that I printed on that printer. So I print out all kinds of stuff with it. This morning, changed the paper roll. I had thought that it was a glossy roll of paper, but it was a matte roll. But I had gone in the settings and set it for glossy, and then it was making this ungodly sound, and the print quality was definitely not very good. And once I changed it back to the proper paper settings, then it printed fine. It wasn't making that noise anymore. Why the printer has to make that ungodly noise, sound like it's dying, is beyond me, just because the wrong paper was chosen. I know the print qualities change when you don't select the right paper, but to make that mechanical sound, I don't know what the heck causes that, but it was horrible. And now it's printing again, great. Everything's good, but I just wanted to kind of throw out a video about making sure, if you have one of these old printers, if you find somewhere, that make sure you select the proper settings. So let's jump on the main monitor here, and I'll kind of show you. So I was printing out this poster for one of my sons, and going to the print settings here. By default, it always jumps to my laser printer, so I always have to set it to DesignJet. And then it changes to, I got it set for 24 inches by 16 inches, so it's 24 inches wide, 16 inches tall. We've got it sitting sideways on there, so essentially you're printing out almost a 24-inch tall poster, not toaster. And if we go into the properties, it's still set for letter. I don't know why, but it does print correctly for the 24 inches. And then paper source, we select roll. And I had set it on instant dry gloss photo because I thought that's what it was. It wasn't, and man, that thing just went crazy. So I then switched it to the matte photo paper, printed out great. I just wanted to get a video out there on YouTube for anyone that might have one of these old printers that you picked up somewhere. It's not an easy thing to use. This thing's so old, it's got XP drivers and Vista drivers, but it's a trick getting it to work with Windows 10. But I have it working with Windows 10, and it's, as you see, it's real temperamental if one of the settings is wrong. It just goes haywire. So not a bad printer. I love the printer. I printed a lot of awesome stuff with it. It's just real finicky, and you're gonna have to deal with that if you want to get some old used printer like that. And it does require a lot of maintenance to get it up and running again if it's not in working condition when you get it.